Welcome to another episode of You're Gonna Be Okay. I'm the host, D Mack. As always, got a special guest in the building. Give it up for my boy, Grant Bozem.
Hey, we're here, Grant.
What it do?
Not much. I think I am gonna be okay. Believe it or not. Talking before, Tony and I were talking. Tony's got a 50-year-old roommate. I'm curious how they met up. If that's like kind of like a Craigslist scenario. How exactly do you meet a 50-year-old man?
He was actually my barber.
Okay.
So, he's cutting my hair one day. He was just like, "Yo, man, where you living at?" It's random.
Oh, okay. He's probing questions.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm here and in between, everywhere, I was, at the time, I was sleeping on my friend's couch.
Okay.
And he's just like, "Oh, man, I got an extra spare room." And I was like, yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. The dynamic is weird, though. Because, me as a 30-year-old, 50-year-old, it's kind of different.
I could imagine.
Yeah. Like, old man tendencies.
Yeah. Does he have life alert, or is it kind of on you?
He doesn't have life alert. He's still kind of he's still young, but you tell there's this age thing.
It's an age thing.
Yeah. Because we as young people, we just do things. He recently, which I thought was funny, he recently was like, "Oh man, I want to get a new phone. I want to get an iPhone."
Yeah.
And I had to show him how to use an iPhone. That's what I thought was old man tendencies.
I love that.
Show him how to use an iPhone. He was like, "Oh man, this is dumb. This is a dumb phone." And I was like, "That it is. iPhone is dumb, but it's smart though.
It's smart dumb.
Smart dumb. That's what I.
It's dumb smart. Yeah, smart dumb.
Because he comes from Android, so he's like, "Oh, I'll just have Android. I never had an iPhone, and I want to get a new phone." It's trying to explain to older people about iPhones is very stupid.
Old people don't get it. I try to explain to my dad all the time how to use his phone. My dad doesn't get porn. My dad,
You said porn?
My dad doesn't get it. I one time was I looked at my dad's photos on his Mac, and all he has is these stills of Kim K, from 2002.
Yeah.
But they're not at all sexual. It's just regular Kim K.
Just regular photos?
Regular photos of Kim K, and I was like, "Hey, why is all these photos of Kim K?" And he's like, "Hey, I think you need to get out of this place right now." So
What's your exception with Kim Kardashian?
I love her. I like anybody who peddles bullshit. I like anybody who makes a brand of nothing. I think that's good. I like that.
He said just makes a brand of nothing.
Yeah, I feel like being Travis Scott in that house would have just been insane because it's all these plastic people and you're the only one with any real talent trying to get some people killed at Astro World. And yet you have to listen to all these people and a former Olympian. It's just
would you want to be a guest on the show?
I'd love to. I would crash the Range Rover right into the snow.
That's so dumb. So they'll crash the Range Rover through the snow. It's what is she famous for? What is she famous for?
She sucked a decent dick. It wasn't great. She didn't put any heart into it, too. It's the same thing. She didn't put any heart into it. I don't get why it was so big. She's cute. She's cute, sure.
She did have, injections and, body, changed her body, because I've seen pictures of her before, and I was just like, yeah, I get why she changed, got the body shots and stuff like that.
If that was my family, I would change genders.
You would?
Yeah, I'd do the Caitlyn. If that was my family, I'd immediately start planning.
You're so dumb.
Why don't only some of them get injections? I'd go full. I'd make it a fight. I'd make it who would get the best one.
All right, so Grant is a stand-up comic. We're in the San Diego area. How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy, I think 2.5, 3 years. I did it 6 months before COVID.
Okay.
And then I had a crazy family COVID scenario. Mm-hmm. And then I did comedy right after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you enjoying it right now?
I've finally started to like comedy. I've finally started to for a while there was just oh, you gotta do your bits and whatnot.
Yeah.
You're okay, this is I know what I'm doing. It's very, kind of rehearsed. And now it's finally fun where you go, okay, cool. I can make the audience really uncomfortable, and I love sitting in silence.
Yeah. See, I try to tell comics that's actually the best part of comedy is the silence.
Oh, it's great.
And he was like, I can't stand the silence. I'm like, no, you don't understand. you don't understand. Like when they're not laughing, that's the best part.
Oh yeah.
Like that's when it's like that's when you know you have something. When they're just like, like laughing is good. Like I love the getting a laugh, but I like that awkward silence before the punchline.
Yeah, I like that.
I
one.
love that so much.
I like having to dig myself out of a hole. Is what I've been realizing.
I see a lot of comics do that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it is fun now when you can do that.
Yeah.
But when it goes bad, it goes bad.
Oh yeah. I like the awkward car rides home with no music. And you just really contemplate a lot of things on that car ride.
You said when you bomb, how do you feel after you bomb?
I usually feel terrible.
Yeah.
I seldom feel like I ever do good, but when I feel like I do good, I'm like, oh, okay, I actually felt that. But I'm my own like biggest critic. People could be like, oh, you did great. I'm like, fakers, liars, come on, stop.
Tell me the truth.
Tell me the truth. Tell me I bombed.
Yeah.
Tell me you're not gonna have sex with me later tonight. Like,
That's
tell me the things.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you feel like people are scared to tell you that you bombed?
I feel like everybody is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like people who go, hey. Not your best. It's one of my favorites. I like a realness there. Instead of someone, pats your back, says, good job, you go, don't lie to me.
My favorite is like, I always say, oof, it was rough in there.
Oh, I like that one.
It was rough in there.
I like that.
And like, especially when someone comes off bomb, like, rough, just to make them, not to say that they bomb, but like, not your best, but, it was rough.
Yeah, I like that. I like, could have been worse.
Could have been worse is... that'll make me mad.
It does make me mad.
That'll make me so mad. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. But you know what? Still a good time. But after every bomb, you learn something though. You learn I could have did this better. Could have did this better.
That's why you gotta record. You gotta record your bombs.
Whew. I want to. There should be a comedian that just throws up clips of him bombing.
See, that's underrated. That is underrated. I like taking a controversial point and just making that the beginning of your set and seeing how to dig your way out of it.
You said that's underrated. Like, just show clips of. Can we bring that out? Like, just show clips of you bombing. I don't want to see your fake 3-second. You made somebody laugh in 3-second clip reel, whatever you're putting out. People do that. They post a clip. It's like. The entire set was trash, but you had that one part that maybe got some chuckles. Show the entire set.
Yeah.
Show the entire one.
I like those clips where it's only one person who laughs. Everybody knows the joke bomb, but there's one person who did an awkward laugh, and they take that as a win. I like that.
See, those are your best friends. Those people enjoy comedy.
Yes.
Those people that get that one laugh. You know what? You were funny.
Yeah.
You were funny. Like I had one set where it wasn't a good set, but after the show. This lady comes up to me, starts talking to me about, she's like, oh my God, you were funny, stuff like that. I was like, man, what was your laughter during my set? What was the laughter? But she was quoting my jokes to me, which I kind of was pissed off. Like, so you didn't laugh throughout my set, but now you're telling me that I'm funny. I was kind of mad.
Yeah, I don't like her quoting your jokes.
Yeah, that made me so mad. I was like, ma'am, I needed you to laugh when I was on stage, not dying for 15 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she wanted to make you die in the silence a little bit.
See, I hate that. Like because I feel like with comedy and laughter, if only one person laughing, it's awkward. But if everybody's laughing, they're having a good time. So maybe she didn't want to feel like if she's the only one laughing, that it'd been awkward,
Yeah. What about when you're going for a laugh and instead you get a clap and it's like I didn't mean to do I didn't mean to raise my fist in the air
Yeah. The clapping one is kind of weird too. It's like I was expecting for laughter, but okay, the clapping is cool. So with comedy, right? Like, what do you feel like your biggest thing with comedy is? Like what kind of I'm trying to figure out a good question with this. What's your favorite part about comedy?
I think starting a new bit. I think saying something crazy and someone goes, "Oh, that's a good bit." I think there's a lot of crazy shit.
But you're very introspective. You really have I feel like you think deep about the things that you talk about.
A little bit.
But I feel like you think too much on it. It's like, oh, I can take this crazy, because the crowd they're always weird when it comes to something that's controversial. The crowd always holds back. What's your way to get around that?
I sometimes just lean into it. I've been doing this. I've been doing an Israel-Palestine bit, and it's been quite killing. It's either kills or it makes the crowd completely silent. And from there, I take the room wherever it needs to be. So either that kills, or you just completely just be in the silence and you just make that morph into your next thing. Like you kind of got to feel them out. So that's kind of my good like icebergers. You know, where we feeling with this one?
You start with that one, or you just?
I keep it hot in the front. I keep it hot in the front. I want them to know what's going down.
I think that like so with this podcast, I always like stuff we talk about. I make that the title of the podcast. Hot in the front.
Hot in the front.
I mean, that'd be the title of this episode.
Hot in the front. Cool in the back.
But continue. My bad. Continue.
No, it's a fun bit. You know, I followed an Israeli comic the other day, and he he was doing this whole bit. He goes, any Jews in here? He goes, don't raise your hands next time. That's how they got us. It's a great bit.
That's pretty funny.
It is.
Yeah.
And then I did my Israel-Palestine bit, and it actually worked. But it was fun seeing like, okay, this bit's got some legs, this bit's got some fluidity.
Yeah.
But it's I like kind of just seeing where you could cut and divide a crowd. Like I like doing like a liberal set in La Jolla.
Okay, yeah.
And then doing like a conservative set in Madhouse, right? Like
two separate sets is like, because like you can, like what I find most is like little racism jokes kind of work.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out like, okay, what's the line?
It depends on the audience.
Mm-hmm.
With La Jolla, you could basically say slurs and they'll laugh. La Jolla sometimes you get a.
I feel like with La Jolla and ACC, you're able to get away with it.
Oh yeah, it's ACC. It's encouraged. If you don't say a slur near the flag, I mean, I think you're messing up.
Well, you're performing in front of an American flag, so I mean, of course,
you need to drop some words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like since the host sometimes takes out his testicle on stage, you got to go. Okay, well, this is the show to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ACC, you're also in a dingy basement, so you can kind of say whatever you want, because it doesn't translate above ground, right? You'd be like, I never said that above ground. It's like a subterranean layer.
I've never said that above ground. Is hilarious.
Yeah. You can say it below ground. You're a different man below ground.
That's so dumb. So, like, okay, so what made you want to start doing comedy?
Oh man, I got a crazy mother.
Because everybody has this, like, especially comedians that do comedy, they have like something that in their childhood where they all went through like some type of trauma to make them want to start doing comedy.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the first time I really was doing stand up, and I didn't even know I was doing stand up, was like I was dating a white girl, and like I was dating a white girl.
Who's dating a white girl?
I was dating a white girl who lived in Mexico.
Okay.
And she lived in Mexico, and she used to have this annoying ass laugh. Like,
red flag.
High pitched laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked it, right? I liked the praise.
Yeah.
And so my mom, one time, was really boozed, and my mom goes, if she laughs like that again, she's getting kicked out.
Hilarious.
And I respected my mom the hell out of that. And so, at first I'm like trying to just make everything cool and stuff, and I start getting this high-pitched laugh again.
Mm-hmm.
My mom comes out drunk as a skunk, kicks her out. My mom broke us up, and she goes, get out, get the fuck out of my house. And I love that moment, because I got this girl to laugh enough that we broke up. And getting your mom to break you up out of a relationship that's not working, it's the move, Yeah. I'm sorry my mom said that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
So that made you, like, do stand-up?
Yeah, that made me really go, I fuck with this. I like this a lot. I used to tell, like, these bits all the time. Like, I one time crashed a car. I flipped over, like, a family, and then, like...
You flipped over?
I crashed into a car, and they flipped over, and I used to tell people the story, and they'd crack up.
Mm-hmm.
They'd go, oh, my God, it's a family drama. And the way I told it, they laughed a lot. And I went, okay, so this is fun.
Okay, let me hear it. Like, so what happened?
So I was cruising around, and I was I was going on 163. I was going a little fast. I was going a little late to work.
Yeah, white privilege.
Yeah, white privilege.
Yeah.
And so hit the brakes.
Yeah.
Brakes didn't work. So I skirt around, and then I hit a minivan.
Damn.
So at first I think I'm going to the divider, and I was pretty excited. I was like, you know what, this ain't bad. I was having sex with a girl in Inglewood, and I was just like, I was in a Toyota Camry. I go, life ain't bad. Yeah. And I was pretty cool. Just crash right then. But then I hit a minivan, and at first I see the minivan swerve, and then it flips over, and I'm like, oh shit. And then it flips back over the right way. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, not bad. And then it flips back over the bad way. I'm like, oh, this ain't good.
So dumb.
And this is the only time I was driving sober. This is like, everybody says, drive sober, get pulled over. It's true. Like, I was smoking weed and driving the whole time, never got in an accident. Drive sober one day, flip over a car. And so, yeah,
What a coincidence.
That's odd, isn't it?
But that sign never makes sense to me. Drive sober, get pulled over.
Why? Well, why is that?
Well, because it's like, it's not like drive sober, get pulled over. Because that's like, don't. I feel like they should just change the wording.
Yeah, it's reckless. Don't drive sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something like.
People do a little bit better with a buzz. People slow down. It's a little nicer.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I feel like there's a fine limit.
It's a fine limit.
There's a fine limit of like I don't trust somebody like 2 beers, kind of maybe. You know, but if you're intoxicated, it's very different.
I don't trust a person with 3 beers in them, and I don't trust a person with 0 beers in them. You gotta have a fine line.
There's a fine line between, like, I've smoked and driven before, so it's like perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, mind you, I've never drove. I would say I would never drove intoxicated.
Ooh.
I've driven buzzed.
Okay.
I've never driven like where I'm very conscious of like, you know what, I'm too drunk to drive. I'm gonna sleep in my car.
Smart.
You know, that's me. But like if I had, 1, 2, I'm chilling.
1, 2, you should.
I'm chilling.
You gotta get home.
Yeah, I'm
chilling. You gotta work.
But if I, like I'm always in that like 4, like if I have 4 or 5, all right, let me just wait in my car for a little bit and then.
I think I wait in my car and I just get anxious. And I go, you really gotta go miss Netflix right now. So I'm like, I gotta skirt.
Like my thing is, I've seen people get pulled over for drinking and driving. So that's like my thing. Like I have a homie who was like super drunk, super faded. He's like, oh man, I'm driving. I'm gonna drive home. I'm like, no, bro, you should not drive home. I don't have to control grown men when they're driving. I'm like, if you want to drive and be dumb, all right. I know you're drunk as fuck. This is what I want you. I don't want you to take the main road. Take the back road.
Take the back roads.
Take the back road. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna get home. What does this idiot do? Takes the main road, gets pulled over. So mind you, like we live like down the street from each other. So I was like, it was like 2:30 in the morning, and I want to say I drove past his house and he wasn't there. Okay, so what happened? Go back, I'll call him, no answer, call him, no answer. I'm like, okay, cool, well, I don't know what the fuck happened to this dude.
Yeah.
Next day, he calls me, he was like, hey, man, can you come pick me up? I'm like, where you at? He was like, oh, I'm at the jail.
Good.
And I was like, let me guess, you went on the main road. He's like, let's not talk about it. And I was just like, why did you listen? I was trying to help you. I was going to drive you home.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to drive you home, and I was going to take you back to your car in the morning.
Yeah.
Would have been like, what is it about like people who like drink? They have like this confidence in them to like, I'm fine, I'm good, I can drive. I'm like, you're completely drunk right now. Like
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. That, and it makes me mad. I'm like, I will take you home and take you back to your car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like also people get more cocky on like holidays. That's the odd thing.
You're Uber, dog. Uber.
Well, I had a terrible Uber I had an Uber yesterday that makes me want to drive drunk. I had an Uber yesterday where I go, maybe it's not worth. Yeah. I had an Uber yesterday where this guy, all he did was talk about steaks, and he goes, I had such a bad steak that he gives people 3-cent tips.
He gives people 3-cent tips.
3-cent tips. He was talking. The guy shouldn't have been eating steak. Let's say that.
Yeah.
First, I'm not judging my Uber driver.
Yeah.
He takes first off. Take the back road when you're drunk. Don't take the back road when you're sober. I got places to be. So he takes the wrong road. Then he talks to me about chopped steaks downtown.
Yeah.
And he goes, that wasn't great service, so I tipped him 3 cents. Talks my ear off the whole time about heat lamps, steak. So what do? I give him a 3-cent tip.
That's that.
You can't tell me you're gonna tip every 3 cents.
How many stars did you give him?
I give him 5 stars.
It's like you should have put in the comments. He did talk too much. Still 5 stars. Did talk too much.
I actually put that. I put you talk too much about steak, and then Lyft was like, "Do you want something to report? Are you in harm?" And I was like, "Oh shit! Well, I don't want to hurt him. I want more people to know about the steaks in downtown." But I did tip him 3 cents. I really, what I'm afraid is of getting him like the same Uber car.
Yeah.
I think that's the weird thing, right? It's like you never want to get the same Uber driver if you had a weird experience.
That is very true.
Yeah. I also think there's something about like shutting up. I like Uber drivers. I got like 70% when I was an Uber driver because I'd ask people how they were doing all the time, and I wouldn't be cool if they didn't respond.
See, my thing is I go into Uber with headphones on.
Smart.
So just don't even talk to me.
Smart.
Like, and unless you're cool or whatever. But like most times I don't want to like talk to you.
No.
I just want to just get to where I'm getting to. Don't ask me where you going, buddy. I'm like, I don't. No need. I'm going to work, fam. I'm going somewhere. Just give me where I need to get to. Like, I'm trying to come up with like I don't know where I could take this joke, but it was like funny. It was like, is it like if you don't have a car, or say you drive like a beater car, or whatever, and you're trying to go on a date with a girl, and you just get, her Uber to your house, saying Uber X, you know what I'm saying, with the fancy cars.
Yeah.
Do you still like, why are we still judging people on if they have a car or not? If they have a car, or what kind of car they drive? Because you could just take Uber, you know what I mean? Like, I could just send an Uber for you, Uber X, and Uber you back,
Yeah, it makes sense. I think the car is still like, it depends on kind of what car you drive. It's kind of who you are, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
Like, cars are so rooted in American culture. Like, it really, everybody, not everybody judges you. Like, if I look at a guy and he's driving like a 2002 minivan, I'm like, that guy's got a huge hog, but like, I just think people judge who you are by your car.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a Geo Metro, things aren't looking good.
Yeah.
You're one paycheck away. And that's the captions. People have good money with Geo Metros. But your car is kind of who you are. Like, I know people who buy Dodge Chargers.
Yeah.
And I go, you want to be cops, but you don't want to smoke weed, right? Like, they want to smoke weed, but they want the job stability of a cop. They don't want any of the terrible things that go along with it. Why would anybody buy a Charger?
That's true. I don't recommend Dodge. I've had 2 Dodges in my life. Both times were horrible.
Yeah.
I had a Dodge Stratus and I had a Dodge Dart. The Dodge Stratus, this is the only car I knew. Like, I had to change the battery. And I'm looking at the car and I'm like, I'm inexperienced with car, but I know enough to get my way around a car. Open the hood and I was like, there's no battery in here.
It's not good.
Not good. I'm serious. It's like, I'm looking, I'm like, I call my friend the mechanic. I FaceTime him. I'm like, hey, bro, am I tripping or there's no battery in this car?
Yeah.
He was just like, you know what? There's no battery in here. Go on Google, look up Dodge Stratus. Where's the battery? The battery is under the wheel. So under the left wheel, you have to pull the wheel off to get to the battery.
Yeah.
I thought that was stupid. Stupid.
That is, but you can place to hide cocaine. I feel like that's like the Dodge.
Yeah, if I was like, but for me, I just want to get to the battery so I can change it, but I have to take my entire tire off to get to the battery. I just think that's so inconvenient.
I don't think Americans work enough. I think that's the thing. I think you should have to go under the wheel.
So stupid. I'm so mad.
No, it's a stupid car design.
Yeah.
But they went bankrupt for stupid car designs. That's the thing. You make stupid car designs.
Horrible car choice.
Mm-hmm.
My Dodge Dart. So my Dodge Dart was fine, but I was in a Dodge Challenger. So Dodge Challenger, whatever happened was it don't have like an actual key. They don't have it's like a key fob, but it's like push to start.
Yeah.
But the battery died, so there's no way to like get in the car because of the battery.
Oh my god, that's stupid as hell.
My point exactly.
That's insanely stupid.
So my friend had to break into his own car.
Okay.
Through his trunk.
I respect this. Very like an acrobat.
Yeah, but we spent 45 minutes trying to get into this man's car.
Yeah, too much.
I'm like, why don't you just make a way for this guy just to get in his car even if the battery dies?
Well, because Dodge Challengers aren't meant to be a car.
It's so stupid.
They're just meant to cruise around. Like, I want a Dodge Challenger partly, but I don't hit my girlfriend, so I feel like I can't have one.
You think people... This is military cars.
It's a military car. It's either military or something's going on.
Now I'm secretly judging people who drive Dodge Challengers.
You should. If they're not in the military, right?
If you're not in the military, there's no reason why you have a Dodge Challenger.
They're either waking up to 5 in the a.m. to hoo-ha, or they're waking up at 5 a.m. and yelling at their girl. It's one or the other. I asked my girl, I go, can I buy a Dodge Charger? She goes, well, I don't have like beating marks, so you can't. I'm sorry. I got a next door neighbor, and there's a whole scenario there where you got to knock on the wall a little extra loud. You go, hey, knock it off over there. Guess what? He drives a Dodge Challenger.
Yeah.
And it's just it comes with the territory. I feel like it's in like the leasing agreement. It's like it's $250 a month plus a few broken stairs.
Like, yo, it's so tough. Like, I judge people based off of the car. Like, we judge people based on the car that they have.
Oh, completely.
So, like, what's a car that you would just, besides Dodge Challenger or Charger, what's a car that you're just like, all right, stay away from this fucking person right here?
That's a great question. I think VW Bugs are just a little annoying.
Like Volkswagens?
Yeah, like a Volkswagen Bug is a little annoying. A Volkswagen Bus is like, I just don't have time to talk about like the 70s. Like I don't have it in me. VW Bus, I know everybody loves them because like the designs and the nostalgia. Yeah. But for me, I'm just like, you just spent $50K on a beater. You know, like I'm like, you know how much work it's gonna take into that?
Yeah.
I don't like the Ford 250s.
What's the Ford?
Ford 250s.
I don't like American cars. Ford's
like a big ass truck, and 250s has got two back wheels.
Yeah.
Unnecessary. Unnecessary. Yeah. It's just why. Yeah. You know, and that's the thing is, it's like you just gotta be. I mean, unless you're super badass, you're John Wick. Most people aren't that cool. Yeah.
Mine's is the Tesla Cybertrucks.
Oh, you don't like them?
I like them, but why do you have one? If you're like, where are you going, bro?
They're going to Mars.
Stop it! Cut it the fuck out! Cut it out! Like you are a regular person driving a Tesla super truck. What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that shows up on a job site.
But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Like, what? Those cars really piss me off.
Yeah.
Those piss me off. 'Cause I feel like you're just showing off. Or Teslas that drive slow. Not wrong with the Teslas, but the Tesla drivers that drive slow, they piss me off.
Yeah, that does piss me off. I like it when I almost get hit by a Beamer going like 90 miles an hour because I'm like, at least they did it. You know, like that's like I get upset when fast cars don't drive fast. So when Tesla drives slow, what are you doing?
Exactly, that's my point. You got a Mustang, floor it.
Yes.
I need you to SpongeBob floor the car. Floor it immediately. Like, why are you driving in this slow lane? You know what I mean? That's what pisses me off. People that drive those type of cars, like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a terrible driver. I'll be frank. I sometimes drive 40, 50 miles an hour, and everybody honks. Yeah. I'm a slow driver. I know what I am. I stay in my lane. I drive like an old fucking man. That's great.
On the steering wheel?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm always 10-2.
Is it just like subconscious? You're just like 10-2, just like.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I like to have control. I like to be like the Star Trek Enterprise. I like to be able to crash in that minivan anytime I need, you know?
Yeah, that's so dumb.
No, my girlfriend always like roasts me about it, but you know, I don't know. Yeah. I think she's a better driver. Like, I'll be honest. I think she's a better driver.
Yeah. I feel like I'm an okay driver.
Oh, nice.
I'm okay. I'm not the best driver.
How many times did it take you to pass the test?
3 times.
Took me 5.
Okay, that's
bad. I shouldn't have passed.
Yeah. Well, the one time, like, I could drive, I just couldn't park. So one time I took the test, you still had to parallel park. Wasn't good at it. Okay. Nobody taught me how to parallel park. Okay. So I didn't pass the parallel park thing one time. That happened twice. 3rd time I took it, I passed. The lady was just like, cool, just go ahead and just let me see you drive.
That's good.
And she was just like, you're a great driver.
Yeah.
It's like, she was like, don't worry about the parallel parking, you're good.
So what is it about parallel parking that gets you?
I just want to just drive into the spot. I don't want to do all this reverse and go reverse. I don't want to do all that. Yeah. Like, for me, it's just like something about that, like, doesn't sit well with me.
I get it. I like doing a 20-point turn. I like, putting my hand out the window and waving to the other drivers.
So dumb. I just want to like parallel parking is just annoying to me.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Like, very, like, you gotta find a spot, and then, like, I think I like don't like things about driving. If I had the choice, I would just have a personal driver.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't want to worry about parking. Like, I think about going out with people. They'd be like, oh, let's go out, and then it's like, I always ask, how's the parking situation?
It's a great idea. I don't hang out in North Park anymore.
Yeah. How's the parking? Because if the parking's bad, I don't want to go.
If the parking's bad, I'm gonna be stressed out.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be stressed out and then taking deep breaths before I go into a fucking dive bar.
On top of that, like, I want, like, it's like we're reading these signs too. Like, I don't know, my car's gonna get towed. There's so many things I have to worry about when I could just be having fun.
Oh yeah.
You know, or I just people that pay for parking piss me off.
Oh, piss me the hell off.
Like, I'm the type of person, like, I always look for free parking. I'll spend an hour looking for free parking.
I'll walk 20 minutes. I've gotten to shows very late because I refuse to pay for parking.
That's me too. I was like, all right, because like, I feel like paying to park just is annoying.
It's an insult to injury.
Yeah.
It's an insult to injury. It's like, I already have to park.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to pay. It's too much. I don't pay. I don't pay for parking. I'll park in a school library if I need to.
See, I feel like if someone else pays for the parking, perfectly fine. Someone else pay for the parking.
Yeah.
If I'm driving,
someone else has to pay.
Pay for the parking.
That's completely fair.
Even if I have the money to pay for parking, I just don't want to.
It's the little things. It's my same thing with, like, they charge a tax on a parking ticket. I'm fine with getting the parking ticket.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with getting the tax.
Yeah.
Just combine them together.
What do you
I
mean?
don't like paying the extra tax on a parking ticket.
I've never paid.
If you get a parking ticket, they charge you like a San Diego or California tax. And a parking ticket's just a tax on bad driving.
Yeah.
So you got to pay 2 taxes. It's not the money thing for me.
Yeah.
It's the principle.
See, I've never paid for a parking ticket. So
Never paid for a parking ticket.
I've gotten plenty of parking tickets. I've never paid for them.
You just never pay for them?
Yeah. I don't care.
Nice.
Because, like, eventually, they're probably going to try to get me for parking tickets. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't care enough to pay for parking. Like, you should just make it where I can just park. I don't want to have to, like, search and, like, the street sweeping one was another thing for me. It was like the street sweeping. Like,
That's too much.
I get hit with those all the time.
I don't, my issue, one of my main issues driving, there's too many handicap spaces.
Too many
handicap spaces. And I don't think they're ever being used.
You don't think they're being used?
No, they're not being used. I think a handicap space would be so much better if you see a person get out in a handicap. You go, well, at least they're getting goddamn used. But you never see it. You never see it being used. That's the only spaces available.
Yes.
And it's just like, I think we make too many. We make too many fire lanes. We make too many handicap spaces.
Too many fire lanes. Too many handicap spaces.
We should allow. Now, this is a controversial point. We should allow more fires in this town, and we should allow a little bit more suffering for the handicap population. Look. Some more suffering
for the handicap.
Look, if they got to wheel around an extra block so I could get a space, I mean, I think it's all pros and cons, right?
Yeah. All pros and cons. So you feel like they should just be parked in the back, like.
Well, not the back. I mean, the middle. I don't think we should go back to some kind of situation like this.
Handicaps in the middle.
Yeah, handicaps in the middle. Handicaps is neutral. We don't even. We don't see this. We don't see when they roll across 5 blocks. We don't see it.
Or they should just make one, place them around, place the handicap spots around.
Yeah.
Make them like 2 handicap, like, because you're right, they don't get used as much as they should.
As much as they should for the prime parking spaces that they are. And I get it. These people, usually a handicapped person, it's usually they have all their legs in full impactment.
Mm-hmm.
They just sprain their wrist or something.
Yeah.
Half these placards are fake.
Yeah. I had a homie who had a handicap sticker, and I was like, this is so convenient.
It's great.
Yeah, because you can just park anywhere.
But how do you get them?
He didn't have a disability either, so I don't really know how he got it.
I respect the hell out of him.
Yeah, I have no idea how he got that. That's not bad. He was just like, because like it was the same type of situation where we went out, couldn't find parking. He was like, don't even worry about it, guys. Under his seat, he was like parked, and he just put the handicap sticker.
That's the guy.
And I was like, you have a superpower, bro. You have a superpower to park
completely
anywhere you want to park. It's so interesting. I was kind of jealous. I was like, bro, how do I get one of those?
Yeah, you got. I mean, is it worth it, right?
Definitely worth it.
Is a little limp worth a little better parking?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
That's finding parking is so time consuming.
Oh, it's awful. I'll pull away. I'll sometimes meet a friend, and if the parking's too bad, I'll just say I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've done that.
I've literally went home.
Oh yeah.
I went out and I was just like, couldn't find parking. Spent 30 minutes looking for parking. Went home.
Oh yeah. I one time in Long Beach, I was looking for parking. I couldn't find any parking. My mom lives like in a weird part of Long Beach, so Long Beach is very tough to get parking. So I spent like 30 minutes trying to find parking. I finally found. I was about to leave all the way back to San Diego, so I finally find parking. I get to my mom's house. I realize I don't have the key fob. And so then I tried to go find my car again. Completely lost my car. I was homeless in Long Beach for like 2 hours. This was on Thanksgiving night.
That's interesting.
I had like these leather dress shoes. I had like a nice polo shirt. I saw some crazy things. I've been with the homeless people in Long Beach. I think the Long Beach people go hard. Yeah, it was insane. It got really cold. I thought I was gonna go. I thought I was gonna die. The homeless people were, they were hard. I respected them. They controlled the alleys. They controlled the streets at night, which I respect.
You said the homeless people control the streets.
The homeless people control the streets at night, and I got at some point I just go, this isn't good. I'm wearing these nice leather shoes and a polo shirt. I go, at some point someone's gonna get me. I would.
I mean, you could have like set up a sign or something like that. Like put up a sign.
Homeless sign?
Like a homeless sign, or
This was like 2 a.m.
Hey.
I could have got some money.
Yeah, somebody could have been like, this dude looked down on his luck today.
Yeah. I made a palm tree branch into a stick. I might be pretty apocalyptic for a sec.
Like, you know what I respect? The homeless people that walk around with the stick, oh man, they do something to me.
I respect them.
Yeah.
I saw some guy in Seattle. I went up to Seattle, and he had a stick, and he was just waving around. I go, well, at least you're doing something. At least you put on a show.
Like homeless people it's like weird to me because I'm like, do you ever one of my things I do is like, when I have the money to give the homeless people, I'll give them money.
Yeah.
But when I don't have the money and I feel bad, it's like I don't want to make eye contact with them.
Oh yeah.
I just want to look straight because I see them looking at me and I'm just like, hopefully they don't see me. Because like once you look in their eyes, you're just like,
Yeah.
It gets me like.
One of my favorite things with homeless people is when you think you have cash. Like you think you have like a bunch of a ones, and it turns out you just got 20s.
Oh yeah.
But they see you reach the cash.
Yeah.
And you just have that awkward eye encounter.
Yeah, can't give you that, boss. Can't give you that.
No.
Hey, you got change?
Yeah.
You as a homeless person, you got change.
I one time saw someone ask a homeless guy for money, and it didn't work. But I respected it. I respect that too. They turned it on him.
I don't know if you ever seen this guy in San Diego. He's always by where the Matt house is, but on that other corner, like if you go up where the crow is, a tipsy crow.
Yeah.
He changes his sign.
It's great.
He changes every time. He's like, one sign is looking for money, the other one looking for booze or trying to get booze.
Yeah.
And I was like, I respect the honesty.
I respect the honesty.
Yeah.
I give homeless people booze.
Really?
Sometimes I buy them a beer. I buy care package occasionally. I'll go get them like a buck. I'll leave a cigarette and a beer sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of food, maybe a blanket. I've had homeless people go, who do you think I am? I don't drink. And then I feel judged. I've had them turn around one time. Yeah. And it's like, well, don't judge me. I mean, I would drink if I was in your shoes. I mean, how did you get here without the substances? That's the real question. You seem mentally coherent. What happened here?
Like, what happened to you to make you get homeless?
Oh my God.
Why are you like I feel like homeless people get strung out, like alcoholics,
Yeah.
What drives the homelessness? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and another thing is like, people that are homeless in cold cities.
Oh, respect them. Respect so much.
Like, why?
Yeah. Why would you go freeze in Chicago?
You'd be homeless.
No. If you're going to be homeless, you want to be right outside a madhouse shooting heroin. I looked at those people and went, not a bad life.
That's so dumb. Like, I try to figure out, I've spoken to, like, a few people, like, they always want to talk to you for some reason. Whenever you give them money, they want to talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's not that bad, I'm like, nah, it's bad.
Yeah, you're on a 10.
It's bad.
It's not good.
Oh, no, they set up, like, they be having cell phones, they be having, like, PS5s out there. Like, you homeless with a PS5, dog? Sell that shit.
So no way. No way. How are they going to play Assassin's Creed? What are you talking about?
But no, it's like, you're in a tent, like, I've witnessed this. You're in a tent. I mean, I think it was a PS4, but it was like, you're homeless outside in a tent playing PS4.
Yeah.
Sell it.
Well, no, that's your whole catch, right? Because you're the homeless guy, and you're looking at all the other homeless. You go, well, at least they don't have Madden, That's the thing with the PS4. You want to have some status among the homeless. The homeless, everybody thinks they're all on the same playing field. There's a lot of people who sleep in that car that are royalty.
Yeah.
I had a friend who used to get $5,000 a month from the Navy, and he slept in his car because he just wanted to.
it's respectable. Van life is respectable in California.
Van life is, yeah, but van life is just a glorified homeless, right?
Yes.
Van life is just white people just, sipping some lattes and being homeless. It's really no different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they always go to these national parks. National parks is where the homeless people really. That's where if I was gonna be homeless, that's where I'd try. I'd rob hikers. I've always thought, yeah, that's my San Diego backup plan.
See, like the homeless people, I was like I'm in Oceanside. They live under the pier, because they sleep on the beach under the pier.
That's not a bad gig. I mean, it's cold.
It's very cold.
Okay.
Like, what do you like? Here, that's the thing. Like, it's cold. Like
Yeah.
Some type of shelter, because I don't really see a lot of tents in Oceanside, but I see a lot of tents in San Diego.
That makes sense.
I see the tents for real.
Yeah, I like a good tent. I mean, I also think like who you are is dependent on your tent, right? Like we all judge people based on their cars. I feel like homeless people judge each other based on tents. Like some people got some REI in there, It's not,
some people got like like I've seen homeless people living good. I was like, yo, that's legit.
Well, see, that's the thing is I don't own a tent, and I'm always wondering like at what point does the finances get where you go, maybe we're hunkering down for a bit. I bet it's the sad thing about being homeless. I bet you feel like it's temporary. I bet you go, it's just gonna be a week.
Yeah.
You always tell yourself it's just gonna be a week. I just got the tent out, I'll bounce back.
Nah, because you get comfortable inside the tent. You get like, you know what, this is actually not that bad. No rent, no taxes.
Yeah, it's kind of whimsical. You're camping on the street. I mean, there is something nice. There's s'mores. You get a big, big tent.
I've seen the most homeless people I sent was in L.A. Skid Row.
Oh yeah.
That's when I'm like, me going to L.A. for the first time, I'm seeing the tents. I was just like, yo, they don't show this on TV, dog.
No.
They don't show this on TV, fam.
No.
Like, it's insanely crazy how many tents were down there. Like, why be homeless in LA? Or, like, I try to figure out, like, in certain states, you'd be like, why be homeless here, dog? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. What's a state you would like to be homeless?
A state I would be homeless in?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be homeless.
Okay, well, okay.
I don't want to be homeless. But, I feel like homelessness, well, it has to be warm.
Okay.
It has to be warm.
Not too warm, though. You don't want to be a phoenix. You don't want to get cooked.
Okay, that's true. Like, I guess here would be perfect.
San Diego's a perfect place. Homeless people come down.
Yeah, they travel from across a few teams. Like, you know what? Homeless going to San Diego.
What's the move?
Yeah.
Look at this. Getting strung out, and you're right next to 3 comedy clubs. You could stumble into any comedy club there. You could probably just set the Laugh Factory and actually go up.
That is true.
Yeah.
What state would you be homeless in?
I'd go for Florida.
Florida?
I feel like Florida would be fun. I feel like Florida you could advance yourself relatively quickly.
Being homeless?
Oh yeah, easy. I mean, like you can't do it in Miami, but I feel like a homeless person could easily talk their way into becoming like the mayor of Tampa. Like that's not a stretch. I think my favorite thing with the homeless is like sometimes when you're barking in comedy shows, we always have to make subtle judgments about people.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're barking at someone, they're a little bit too easy to come to their show. They just want shelter and you don't even know.
That is, yeah.
And then you go, I just barked a homeless person in the show.
So how do you feel about like barking for a show?
I like it.
You like it?
I hate it at first. I hate it at first. I don't like barking for spots, but I like having a reason to annoy people. Like I used to knock on people's doors for Congress, and it was one of the funnest jobs because it's like, you can't really tell me to get off your lawn. I mean, people tried.
Yeah.
But it's
so you were trespassing or soliciting
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just walk into someone, you knock, and you see what they say. I one time by accident, I talked to this guy, and he goes, I go, yeah, you're going to vote for Sarah Jacobs? He goes, yeah, of course. And I go, I love that. But before he says that, he goes, have a good day. And so I said, you too. So I go, I love you. And I just looked at this man, I said, I love you. And we just looked at each other.
He was being weird?
Oh, I was being weird.
I know you were being weird, but how did he react?
Well, he just stared at me. And I just laughed. It was a very odd encounter.
Yeah. That's funny.
It was a nice little Spring Valley day,
To be like a door-to-door salesman.
I'd love to be a door-to-door salesman. I feel like I already kind of I've done that before.
Yeah.
I always do it depends on your knock. I'll know who's a door-to-door salesman. You gotta have a good knock. Some people I don't like. Like, I already go into someone's yard. I go, oh my god, the succulents are all off.
Yeah.
I'll knock twice as hard. You know, because you could do an FBI knock, and
Really?
people get pissed, but it's fun.
People do get pissed.
People
like,
do get pissed.
Knocking on the door like the FBI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do that, and I go, you know, they go, I'm having dinner right now. I go, well, can I join you? I'll tell you about Sarah Jacobs.
So.
No, that was a fun job.
Yeah.
That was my favorite jobs, I'd say.
That'd be a funny sketch, door to door.
Oh, dude, I did door to door. It's great.
Yeah, I've done door to door jobs too.
What do you do?
I sold like house services, like outside for your fence and stuff like that. It's like fencing.
Okay.
All that stuff, like spraying down your house or whatever.
Okay, that's not too shabby.
It was terrible.
What do you like? What didn't you like?
Well, I mean, like the door to door sales part was fun because I get to like interact. I like jobs that I can interact with people.
Yeah.
But like if I'm selling something that like I like lawn care services, I don't necessarily like know. Like,
Yeah.
People are just like, oh, your fence looks fucked up, your gutters look messed up.
Yeah.
Let me sell you some shit.
That's exactly it. You insult their house.
Pretty much.
You take, yeah.
Oh, we were looking at your house. You know, people just get weird when you're just, well, especially me being like, fucking black man and
Of course.
like
A black man looking in the house. It's not. Yeah.
we're going to some like white neighborhood and it's like, where's this black dude knocking on our door for?
Oh yeah.
Like, and it was like weird. Like one of the signs says, we believe in the Second Amendment or Fourth, whatever the amendment with the gun is.
Yeah.
Whatever amendment that is, we believe in that amendment. No trespassing.
Oh, well, that's not good.
That's what the sign said. And I was like, still had to knock on the door. It's
Oh
just like-
Jesus.
yeah.
You should have pretended you were strapped too. You should have made like a western. Buy my fence or else.
It was like selling like, it's just random like, cause like, but if you were like depending on what I'm selling, I think I can make it in door to door sales.
I think you could.
Yeah.
Like, I'm selling martial arts right now, and how you do that is you just like look at a kid and you go, your kid's a fat piece of shit. And you go,
But
like,
could you sell that door to door?
I think I could, but I think it would be bad.
Give me your pitch. Like you're just not like family of 3.
I go, hey, I just saw your kid come out of school. I followed him home, and I think he's a little fatty. I think he might use some confidence and discipline from martial arts. And you know, I don't think that picture worked out a lot of people, but the people that worked on, they'd go, yeah, my kid is a fatty.
Yeah.
Someone said it.
That's dumb.
No, I call parents. I go, is your kid just unconfident? And
Like you do cold calls?
I do cold calls all the time. I'll call you up, Tony. I go, hey, I hear you got a kid. I go, but he's not as confident as you want. And I just shut up. I don't even say my name. I just say that. It's just some guy calls you, go, your kid's not confident.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, you're right.
No, don't even say your name. You just go straight into
I
the
go straight in the pitch.
So dumb. All right, so like, do you have a list of like clients that you get, or you just like random cold calls?
I do random cold calls. We got like a list of people we meet at fairs. So sometimes I'll see someone at a fair. The craziest thing is, this is the corporate job that's paying me the most money.
Yeah.
Like, I've worked in like office, right? I've worked like office space and shit. This job is paying me the most. I'm like, this is BS. I'm like, I'm haranguing parents to get to martial arts, but I'll, you know, if you like say you're interested, right, on Facebook, or you even view the ad, I'll give you a call. Just out of the blue, and you never reveal who you are.
Yeah.
That's one of the big things with a cold call. It's always an element of mystery, and you always try to sound like you're trying to have sex. That's one of the biggest things. My girlfriend gets upset when I do cold calls, because I call all her moms.
Yeah.
And you talk slow, and you go, hey, this is Grant from Premier Martial Arts. You gotta be very selective. You gotta talk a little lower. Talk a little lower, like you're trying to phone fuck them.
Yeah.
And just basically be like, I think your kid's not confident.
Yeah.
I can make him confident. What do you think? And then you give people, what do you think?
Yeah.
And you let them have that pause. People can't do a pause. I love a good pause. I've gone 30-second pauses.
So you just wait for them to say, like, that's so funny.
I pry too much. I one time had this guy, and I go, hey, I think your kid might be going to martial arts. He goes, my kid just had surgery, and I was curious. I go, well, what for? She never asked a man, a person, what for? And he goes, yeah, my kid, undescended testicle.
Undescended? What does that mean?
And it means the ball never dropped.
Oh.
And I just went, I went. kid might benefit from some confidence in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And the dad's like, yeah, see you later. Please don't ever call back here.
That's so, like, cold calling, like, it's so funny, yeah.
I love cold call. I love a good cold call. Because I say no. People don't say no enough. That's what I like about parking.
Mm-hmm.
I like when someone says, fuck no, I'm not going to your show.
Yeah.
Why would I go to your show?
Yeah.
Thank you. But I don't like this half-assedness. As long as you leave the door open,
Mm-hmm.
someone will get it.
Yeah. Like, I was barking for a show one time, the dude looked at me, he was like, I got kids. And I was just like, all right.
Fair.
Like, I don't know what I'm going to say to that. Did you have kids? I was like, bring them too, but, you know, as long as they have ID.
Do you know I was at one of your shows with a bunch of kids. Remember that, the Belching Beaver?
Yeah.
There was like a 12-year-old in the audience.
Yeah. That was super random.
I like when there's a kid in the audience. I did a show at a community center, and there was like 4-year-olds,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just talking about having sex with MILFs and whatnot. I mean, you have to let your material still speak, no matter the audience.
See, it's like weird when you have kids in the audience because it's like that dynamic. You know?
Yeah.
Because I had like Oceanside sports bar. One time we had like, obviously kids are not supposed to be at the bar, so we had them sit. You've been there before.
I've done it.
But we put a chair next to the bathroom.
Genius.
So like they like literally sat there by the bathroom. They weren't in the bar. They were just by the bathroom.
I like that. Well, that's good. It's a good little That's how you make a show.
They were so down to watch the show though.
Yeah.
That was I thought was like, because they were like 10 or 11 or whatever. It's like, oh, we want to see comedy. And I was like, well, we can't have you in here, you know, like by law. You know? It's like, here, we're going to put the chairs right here by the bathroom. You have to sit here. You can't go anywhere else.
That's a great idea. You keep them fenced in, but they can still watch.
They can still watch.
Great idea.
Like, perfect.
Yeah,
Parents were happy. They were happy. Perfect.
We one time had a baby at a show. Babies at shows. What are your thoughts on babies at shows?
I don't, unless they are asleep or won't cry, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's like having a baby at church. You know, pastor's preaching. You know, baby starts crying. You know.
I like that because everybody thinks the kid's the Antichrist.
True.
I like a baby screaming in the back of the plane too. It's an underrated opinion.
No.
Because I know a lot of people hate it worse than I do.
Yeah.
But it makes it a fun ride, and I get it. You're freaked out. It's a baby. You have to fly.
See, babies, I don't like. That's one thing about flying. Well, that also depends what time I'm flying. Because we're flying at 6 a.m.
Too much.
And your baby's crying, shut your baby up.
Shut your baby up. 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Perfect. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm already awake. You know.
Yeah.
But like, I try to book my flights. I don't like afternoon flights. I like flights in the morning or at overnight.
Okay.
I'm not like a daytime. Like it'd be like really early, really at night.
You like a red-eye flight?
Oh yeah, perfect. Because I get there, I don't have to worry about nothing.
Interesting.
I don't have to worry about.
Do you
nothing.
sleep after the red-eye flight? You just face the next day like a crackhead?
It depends on what I'm doing.
Fair.
Cause I'm usually up at night anyway. So sometimes I stay up, but then. Like it might be like a time difference in the States, so it's just weird. Because I fly to Maryland a lot, so I'll fly there overnight, get there like 7 a.m. or something like that, and you know, be up.
Yeah.
Because it's like a 3-hour time difference. So.
Yeah, I've done flights where you get in at 6 in the morning, but you're just completely wired.
Yeah.
Those are kind of fun. I like those days.
See, for those flights, I get there at 6 in the morning. I sleep during those flights.
How do you sleep during a flight? Are you the neck pillow guy? Do you put the head on the
window seat?
You do the window seat.
Window seat.
Okay.
Window seat.
What if you don't get the window seat?
Then I still find a way to sleep.
Okay.
Still like, my neck will hurt the next day.
Yeah.
But, you know, I hate those people that like had a little pillow around their neck on the flight. Piss me off.
No, that's awful.
Yeah, piss me off.
Yeah, you look like you're sleeping like a meerkat. You know?
Who are you?
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, who are
And
you?
you also always lose the pillows. They always get dirty. They're filled with germs.
Exactly.
I always like sleeping on the tray table, but that just screws up your neck, especially when there's turbulence.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's they need to make flying more comfortable, or because I know people fly first class, you know, so they make it a little bit better where you can sleep. You have like leg room and stuff like that. There was this thing that they're passing for fat people, and they were like, they're making planes now. Fat people don't have to pay for an extra seat now, within their plane rides, because they said they were like fat shaming somebody. So it's like they made this whole big thing on social media, And I thought that was funny because one fat person was complaining. He was like, "No, that's the fat tax. You have to pay for an extra seat."
Fat tax.
Yeah.
I think fat people should have to do, instead of those are 3 rows, if there's 3 seats in a row, I think they should have to do 2 fat guys next to each other. You should have to have another fatty right next to you, so you have to hear the bad breathing and the snoring. I think there should be a little collective punishment, and they have to be next to each other. I think 3 seats for 2 fat people is fine.
Yeah.
And then they get to feel better about who's the skinnier fat person.
They should like split that middle. They should split the seat.
Exactly what I'm saying. And it's uncomfortable for everybody, and it should be uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good rule. So just have like a section for them. That split this section.
And I think it's the judgment section. Everybody gets to throw peanuts in the back when they go to the bathroom.
You can't fat shame anymore.
No.
Cannot fat shame.
No, but you could feed the hungry.
I don't want to laugh at that, but that was.
I was a fat kid. I could fat shame. I was 4'11", 150 pounds. They put me as the bear. When I was in 5th grade, they're like, "You're going to play the character of Paddington the Bear." I'm like, "Well, do you have to make the only fat kid be an animal?" So I feel like I could fat shame.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the advantage. You know, there's a lot of advantages to being an ex-fat kid. Were you a fat kid, Tom?
I wouldn't say I was a fat kid. I would say I was overweight.
Okay.
In 11th grade, I was overweight because I was 16 to 20.
It's a lot. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was pretty like heavier.
Okay.
But I was skinny my entire life until I went to Virginia, and there just different, like 3-course meals every day.
Of course.
Home, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, like my grandmother was just like, I just sit on the stove, you gonna eat, even if you're not hungry.
See, that's beautiful.
So I got fat.
I love a cooking grandmother.
Yeah.
So that is a good way to get fat.
Yeah.
By the way, that's one of the most acceptable ways to get fat.
Yeah.
Cooking, loving grandmother is the best way to do it.
She's like, I would say, I'm not hungry. She's just like, okay, 5 minutes later. Well, I didn't cook. You gonna eat.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I didn't have a choice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think it's kind of good to be an ex-fat kid. I think, like what I'm learning, I think this is a good thing about you, Tom, because you're skinnier now, you're better looking, but I'm sure you still fuck like a fat kid. And people want to have sex with an ex-fat kid because we're pleasers. That's the thing. We want to please extra hard.
Yeah.
That's what I always feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like we do it better.
I can't imagine you fat though.
No, I was great.
Like,
I was a big boy. I had glasses. Oh, it was fantastic.
So you feel like now you still can fat shame.
I like a fat shame. Once a fatty, always fat.
Like, so how did you lose weight though?
I did the divorce diet. I got pissed at my mom, I got pissed at my dad, then I got pissed at my mom, I got pissed at my dad. They'd always say different things to about each other. And so I just hit the treadmill. You have to fat shame yourself a little bit in 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
You go, my mom and dad got divorced because I'm this fat. I better hit the treadmill.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Yeah. I kind of like really got skinny after the divorce.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people say they get skinny after the divorce. That's the move, by the way. If your kid's fat, get a divorce. Try it out. Be a good parent.
Get divorced so your kid can lose weight.
Yeah.
Maybe it's depression. Maybe it's like they were sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing too, I mean, there's not enough rabid dogs. You know, I feel like if we had more rabid dogs roaming the street, more fear, we don't have enough scenarios to run. You know what I'm saying? That's what I liked about the Pacific Northwest. Is all the homeless people that have gashes.
So you just
you're fast. You're fast.
See,
you don't want to get caught.
I feel like it's like acceptable to be fat now.
Oh, it is.
Like, and I like, so we're accepting being unhealthy.
Yeah.
And we don't want to shame people for being unhealthy.
Yeah.
I feel like we should bring more shame to things.
We need to have a shameful society. It's.
That's how society gets better.
It's high time. Yeah.
Society gets better by being shameful.
Shaming works.
Yeah.
Shaming works.
Yeah.
The best people at the gym are fat shaming themselves constantly. I mean, isn't that what you do at the gym?
What?
You don't go fatty when you're
No,
lifting
like
weights?
when I'm at the gym, I'm very like. See, I'm weird when it comes to the gym because I like, again, nighttime when there's nobody there.
Okay.
Or early morning because everybody that's early morning in the gym feel like they're better than everybody. So I want to feel like that too.
I like that. Okay.
So either way, I don't like midday gym because there's too many people. Way too many people in midday gym.
I like midday gym because I like to look at who has nothing going on. That's what I like with a midday gym.
Nothing. They're like, nothing going on.
Yeah, I go. It's 2:00 on a Monday. Go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Stop in the treadmill. I like a midday gym. I liked working at the YMCA because everybody was in less shape than I was because they're all like geriatric and in their 60s.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's fun too. You know.
Okay.
I don't like intense gyms. Like early in the morning, that's intense.
Yeah, because you try and get the rest of the day out. Like I like that because it's just like that part of the time, the daytime when you go to the gym, it just feels so much better. Like that 5 a.m., 6 a.m. gym time. Okay. I want to be that person. I'm just not that person.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like me at 5 a.m. is like, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Oh, yeah.
6, don't talk to. I don't physically wake up until like 9:30, 10.
Same.
So that's why I like overnight, like 10, 11 gym time.
A 10, 11 gym session is amazing.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best gym time that you possibly, because nobody's there.
Which gym do you go to?
Planet Fitness.
Okay, so I love Planet Fitness too.
Planet Fitness and 24.
So I do Planet Fitness. I like the alarm when you're supposed to leave. You know, they send out this like wartime bell, like
that's funny.
Like the rockets are raiding. It's
yeah.
great. I love that.
They have like the lunk alarm.
I love the lunk alarm.
It's so funny.
I love that they say we don't shame anybody, and then they shame the lunks right there. It's good. You should.
They want to give off that they're not one of these like high intense gyms. They want the gym to be for everybody.
I'm shocked by the $10. I thought it wasn't for everybody.
Yeah, and the fact that they give people pizza at the gym, like you don't want people to really be fit.
No, Planet Fitness, you're never going to achieve perfect level of health. Planet Fitness, you're always going to be 80% healthy, 10% a fat piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Planet Fitness, you're never going to get the ultimate health people. And that's okay. Planet Fitness, it's what I do too.
Yeah.
It's for the goobs, right?
It's for the goobs.
It's purple. It's a purple theme. They have lunk alarms everywhere.
Yeah.
I like a Planet Fitness.
You can't like, you know what gym I do? I do like 24-hour fitness.
That's great gym.
24 hours is my favorite gym.
Okay.
Because you're like 24 hours. You got the basketball. You got the little pool.
Yeah.
Jacuzzi. You know. EOS gym, pretty good too.
EOS is nice.
EOS is nice because you can walk around with your shirt off.
That's good.
You know, that's one day when you never get fit. You know, I'm never gonna wear a shirt.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Once you get fit, you need no shirt.
No shirt.
See, here's the difference between a black man and a white man right here. Even if I get fit, no one wants to see. It's still so goddamn pasty. That's a huge pro.
Yeah.
Work out, take your shirt off for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Because us pasty fucks, it doesn't even look good. We could have great abs. It's still blinding.
You can
see my veins. You can see my veins through my stomach. Who wants to see that?
You get a little tan.
I just get burnt.
Yeah, well.
I just get sunburnt. Yeah. I don't really get tan. I have a weird farmer's tan.
Good tan? Like, I mean, I don't really know what people, you know. I don't really know how that works out, you know.
I wear a hat everywhere in summer. Summer is scary.
Why?
Because I'm always getting burnt. So summer you always wear a hat. As a white person, fall and winter is where it's at.
See, I personally like the fall and I like the spring.
Oh, amazing seasons.
Summer is I like summer too, but like if I had to go, it'd be spring, fall, summer, winter.
Exactly. I might choose fall in the beginning. I like the pumpkin spice shit. I like the rain. I like the coffee.
I'm not really a pumpkin spice. Like, here's my thing. Like, black people, we like sweet potato.
Yeah, it's great.
So why can't we have like sweet potato coffee?
That's a great idea.
You know, because they have pumpkin latte, sweet potato latte.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't see that, and I'm kind of getting mad. Like, where is the sweet potato latte?
I'd be pissed. They're making pistachio lattes. Where the fuck's the sweet potato?
Where is the sweet potato latte?
Oh, of course. Yeah, they make unicorn lattes.
Where like
no sweet potato.
That pisses me off. It makes me so mad.
I completely could see that.
Like, there's certain things that be like pumpkin spice, sweet potato spice. Just anything sweet potato, I feel like black people would, we would love that.
And sweet potatoes are much better than regular. I've been a sweet potato fry fan recently.
Oh, sweet potato fries are amazing.
It's next level.
It's like, if they have sweet potato fries, I'm always gonna get sweet potato fries.
Okay.
What's your favorite fry though?
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. That's
sweet potato now. Yeah, I used to hate tater tots. I
love tater tots.
See, a lot of people love them.
Love tater tots.
My girlfriend says a favorite type of fry is potato tot.
Tater tots are pretty good.
Tater tots can be it. They have to be done well.
Yeah.
I hate the fries that have the smiley face. You ever had those fries? That taste like a wet shoe. They have the best presentation and the worst taste.
I'm a wedge guy.
You're a wedge guy.
Yeah, wedge, sweet potato, and waffle.
Well, waffle fries are good.
Waffle fries might be my favorite, but like if I had to, it just depends on what mood I'm in.
Okay.
I can do tater tots. I will focus on tater tots.
Okay.
But I feel like in between waffle fries and wedges are like top tier.
That's next level. You're making the right fry decision.
Top tier. Like wedges go because you can do like wedges with like cheese and like sour cream and like it'd be good. Waffles, you really can't do that with the waffle fries.
Mm-hmm.
Waffle fries is good by themselves.
Waffle fries are good by themselves, yeah.
So it's like they have so much versatility when it comes to like the fry game.
Yeah.
The fry game. Tater tots the same way. Tater tots plain, but you can do like, cheese and all stuff like that. They're good for that.
Yeah. Tater tots are designed to be mixed, but tater tots that they have no seasoning, awful.
Oh, awful. I don't like. You don't like tater tots? It's kind of mad. Kind of crazy.
And it's a little insane, isn't it?
It's a little insane.
I'm starting to like tater tots again.
Starting to like tater tots.
I had good tater tots today. I barked someone in. They're like, hey, here's some free tots.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, can I get some more tickets for my friends? They never showed up. I like that, but I got free tots.
From where though?
This was some market down in Gaslamp, like Little Italy-ish.
Yeah.
A little somewhere, one of those little overpriced things. I got a Euro taco.
A Euro taco?
I got a Euro taco for $6. It was ridiculous, but I got free tots.
Euro taco.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that just be a gyro?
You would think, but we're like fancy tacos. They did like all different types of fusion tacos.
That would just be a regular
Euro. Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's a small Euro.
But they said it's a Euro taco.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I was interested. I like the brand.
You like the idea. It's like, you know what? You guys are different.
I like a small Euro.
Small Euro.
Uh-huh.
Let me get a small Euro taco.
Exactly.
I can't even say that, like Euro taco, because I feel like you're just missing the pita bread. So I just feel like it's still a taco at the end of the day, but
it is. It's just a taco with pita bread, right? That's what Euro is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But yeah, like let's just do a wrap up. Let's do a wrap up.
All right, what we got?
All right, this is D Mack, and this has been Grant. Let's do a little wrap up. All right, Max, 3 good questions for our little wrap up.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Grant. We talked about the potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite fast food place?
Like taste wise, or experience wise?
Give me your favorite.
I like Sonic.
Sonic.
Sonic has some of the worst food.
Yeah.
But I like that the roller skaters get in accidents and fly into cars.
Okay.
And I like the industrial hazard. I like that it looks so much better than it tastes. Every time you go to Sonic, you're disappointed. That's what I like about Sonic. You expect ranch, you get mayonnaise.
Okay.
Sonic will always let you down, but they roller skate to let you down. I think there's something whimsical about that.
Okay. I have like something like that. So me and the friends, we were in LA and we got tacos on the side of the street.
Yeah.
That's something that you do when you go to LA.
Great tacos.
But like I can make the same tacos at home, but it does not taste the same.
No.
Something about buying it on the street just makes it so much better. Like I could taste the Mexican struggle when you buy it off the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That person had to climb a fence.
All right. Question 2. Where can people find you at your next big show? Where's the next show you're excited about?
I'm doing a Madhouse show, which is going to be fun on the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing Samantha's Area Rug Comedy Show, which I love the name.
Okay.
Area Rug Comedy.
Area Rug.
Odd name, but I love it. And it's going to be in a hair salon.
Yeah.
I like an odd venue, so I'm excited.
A hair salon?
It's going to be a hair salon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited for these 2 shows.
All right.
Yeah, they're going to be not too shabby. It's going to be a good little time.
Okay. And then last one, shout out to your socials and tell where people can find you at.
I got Grant Bozem Away, and that's on Instagram.
Great name, by the way.
Thank you. I used to be called Grant. Yeah, it's Grant Bozem is the last name. Someone said Blozem, never sucked a dick, but it's Grant Bozem. It's fun, you know?
Okay.
So I got Grant Bozem Away. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. That's all I got. I mean, for socials, I need to have a little bit more. But yeah, and then I do a comedy. We're trying to start doing some comedy shows at Cornstarch Comedy. So I'm trying to start producing some venues there.
Word.
Yeah.
This has been Grant. I hope you like Grant. I'm D Mack, the host as always. Follow us on social media. Let us know what's going on. Till next time, peace.
Appreciate you.